So after Sneako got a fucking reality check from well, I guess, I guess he's a loser. I guess he lost all of his friends because Sneako is a fake person. But now he got a reality check from ABBA, from ABBA and Preach. So let's see what's going on here.
Last month was a whirlwind for content creator Sneako. Not only did his beef with Andrew Tate get publicized, he also got worldwide recognition for being the one to hold the bag and everyone claiming that he was the one playing the infamous HH song at the Miami nightclub while hanging out with the Red Pill Vengers. After everyone left that club that night, they basically turned their back on Sneako in real time, and it left him looking like he had egg on his face from 20 different dudes. Sneako felt betrayed.
That nigga had no friends. He a loser. That's tough.
Sneako felt abused.
There's something wrong with not having friends.
And he kept doubling down.
It's just don't be a fucking incel grifting loser.
Yeah, while everybody else was tucking tail and running back to the people that Sneako was clowning on the internet. Now from there, commentator ABBA from ABBA and Preach decided to have Sneako on the platform as a way to extend an olive branch. And everyone gathered around the fire thinking it was going to be some sort of debate stream or some sort of moment where ABBA decides to embarrass Sneako. But in reality, it was a check. Sneako felt like everyone turned on him and currently he was getting canceled. But the real story isn't about the cancellation. It's about the consequences finally catching up to him. If you're new to this channel, please.
Yeah, bro, you grifted, you became a fucking grifter and you fucking grifted the wrong fucking thing.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a...
Why do these people even do that anyways? They could easily, if they wanted to be bro, can you be a good grifter? Are there good grifters out there? Like grifters that are like honest and shit.
Long way for this community.
At this
help me,
fucking, I don't know, bro.
By providing great content. Now, back into the video. I mentioned before that when people saw that this link up.
Yeah, you can go ahead and hit that like button, nigga. Sorry, I had to wait for that fuck to play.
Was gonna happen. They were ready to knock down, drag out, brawl. So everybody gathered around the round table, even some of Sneako's friends, which we'll get to in a minute, to see who would get obliterated. But quickly we learned that it was more of a conversation, which would turn into a warning, more than some sort of debate or gotcha moment. It starts off with ABBA basically
There's no
breaking
point.
down Sneako.
There's no point in debating someone who, what I'm saying, who doesn't have, who grifts their ass off, who has no morals in terms of just like, how you portray yourself on the internet, trying to get that quick cash from grifting.
Red Pill timeline and how we got here.
Right, like it's clear, like watching back here, it's actually, this is well organized. You can see why that Red Pill era happened.
Yeah, there's a through line. You can see and I think one thing that's cool about the way you kind of documented your life is you were very open. And so my description, I wrote a sentence. It's Sneako is openly flawed, self-aware and arrogant, humble enough for curiosity, and daring enough to take chances. So that's my perception when I watched the first arc of your content creation from kid to about 2020 when you did the video before the Red Pill, How to Be a Man. You were aware of your own flaws. You may not always
how to be a man.
The correct conclusion.
Yeah, I swear these men are so obsessed with like masculinity. They must be gay themselves.
Whatever, but you could see the thought process. You could see how you got there. You could see your justification, your reasons why. You could see.
And there's nothing wrong being gay.
You try to see things from other people's perspectives to a degree, and like it makes sense how you ended up in the Red Pill era afterwards. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So the question I would ask you first, what did the Red Pill give you that you didn't have before?
Well, I think men at the time, and in these videos you're showing, men on the internet especially were living in a liberal-dominated, woke-dominated, like men had to live in this kind of guilty, white people say, or like, I'm one of the good ones, or like white boys will say, can a white boy catch a vibe? It was kind of that same thing with men. It was like, hey, I'm not one of those misogynist, horrible men, and gave men the opportunity to not live in a guilty place.
Now, during the breakdown of that timeline, he mentions how he starts to align with a bunch of different people. And as they both go down this timeline of Sneako's past events, ABBA highlights all the times that he's basically stuck his neck out for some of these guys on the Red Pill side.
Remember when you were defending Fresh and you went to war with Moist Critical?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I remember like when that debate with him and like Moist Critical. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Moist Critical, you sold the fucking bad so hard in that debate.
Now that dude's on his podcast trying to put a hit on you. That's crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's crazy. I mean, you were running around with a gun, like.
Yeah, that was. Now I'm not gonna lie.
The world hating you, and I was like, damn. And that same dude is like, it was Sneako.
He plays Solid Club.
He's like, fuck you, bro.
And I just think that's crazy.
No, yeah. No, Abba did, I think you did warn, you probably did warn me about that for sure. No, yeah. Fair.
I'm actually not even trying to take a victory.
Okay.
That's not my point. I just think like.
No, Abba's definitely vindicated on that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Abba's highlighting a time in where Sneako would blindly and always, for the most part, defend Fresh and Fit. He actually does it a couple times in this.
Bro, why do people even still talk about those dudes at this point, bro? Forget about him,
where he
bro.
defends Nick Fuentes again blindly.
Forget about Nick Fuentes, bro. I don't want to see that ugly motherfucker's face. Fucking Keebler out.
Hasn't learned anything at all. But throughout history, there's a lot of times where the people that Sneako is aligned with either get in trouble or go after people that he calls friends. And Sneako either just sits there or he kind of even, you know, applauds what's going on, laughs in the moment or whatever the case may be.
Bro, like I be cooking people on X, bro. Like if you come at me on X, see, here's the thing. I'm restricted to what I can say on Rumble, on YouTube, because
It's funny. These alpha males like are so like, you know, they you think they know who they are, but they don't know anything about themselves. So they just argue with Twitter niggas all fucking day. Like, I don't think I guess in terms of a real alpha man, like you wouldn't like trip over what people say on Twitter. Like, I don't know. It's almost as like this motherfucker's just insecure, bro.
fucking remember we made that video roasting them niggas? Anus and Reach?
Yeah.
What did they do? They got their fans to mass report us and the video
Anus
got taken
and
down for hate
Reach.
speech, right? But on X, I could absolutely cook them. And that I think that's a big reason why he made that video, because I called them sodomites on X. And I was just like showing video proof of them being and which they are, him and Preach. And then he made a video on YouTube, because on YouTube this
Imagine there's a universe where like Myron is actually like speaking the truth. Like, imagine, bro. There's got to be one out there, bro. And this can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, hey, look. I don't know,
That's what
man.
happened. Those idiots make a video, then Playback makes a video, fucking Agent 00, whatever that fucking name is, who look Sideshow Bob Somalian version, and then
He's a good guy. I like him.
he's a fucking loser too. The fucking
Maybe you guys will make up. Just
yeah,
like the
fuck that
Carter.
nigga too. He don't say shit on Palestine 'cause he's a fucking coward. He's a bitch.
I think he has.
I think he's kind of said.
I mean, he doesn't fucking have to. You know what I mean? I mean, Agent, when Agent and Low had that like YouTube, I think it was called Playback. They did speak a little bit into like politics, but like, so it's not like they've never like, you know, I don't know.
Bro, nigga said nothing, bro. He's a bitch.
I'm pretty
He's a
sure, right?
fucking Pussy.
But he just got to deal with Jordan, so like he's limited to what he could talk about.
Oh yeah, of course. Now he's really
I mean, that's true.
now he's really owned.
I mean, he does. Damn, I did not know it. Wait, when did that happen? I'm over here saying that's true, like I knew the whole time. When the fuck did Agent 00 get a Jordan deal, bruh? Nah, bruh. I need a. Hey, bro.
And then who else?
Hey, I'm trying to get me a Jordan deal. You know what I'm saying?
And then Jamari will make a video. Like all these fucking dumbass commentary videos. Like as soon as Anus and Reach make a video, then everyone follows suit and makes a hit piece on you after. Yeah. And then dumbass Moist Critical, that loser, he'll make a video talking shit. I don't know why niggas watch him. He's like the most uncharismatic and least entertaining person ever, but people watch him. It's fucking crazy.
And just like the events that would happen last month, once Sneako is seen with these guys doing these things, he catches a lot of heat for
Oh, Charlie has more pussy than Myron will ever get in his fucking life.
one, because he's not really
Don't disrespect my girl, Moist Critical.
committed to any of these bits for real, and two, because he is friends with some of these people. I know that he has been aligned with Agent 00 multiple times, whether it be through the peer-to-peer podcast, whether it be through different AMP
Oh, that was back when like he watched his girlfriend get fucked by another guy.
videos. Hell, even when Sneako got unbanned from YouTube, one of the first calls that he had was with Agent. So I know that they have some sort of connection here, but I don't think it feels the best or would appear the best optically that you allow somebody to bash me even with this light defense. And I also think that people still hold some sort of grace in their heart for Sneako. They're tied to the artistic version of his childlike self that was dubbed as being super duper creative, a Mr. Beast disciple, etc., etc. So when someone
What happened? Why did he stop making those videos, bruh? I don't know, bro. I feel like niggas like he thought he could like hop on a wave and like cash in. I don't know, like what was the thought process like making red pill content? Like why did he ever do that? Has he ever like explained that?
Somebody like a Myron
Like why he's a fucking grifter?
does
Like
something crazy on stream and problematic. It really doesn't phase too many people, but it does phase people when Sneako is sitting right there.
Hey, Abba, they were talking a bunch of shit about us. What do I do? He called me a window licker.
We're on it. We're gonna clip it. We're gonna call them racist. We'll be fine. We'll make it through this. Don't worry. Just dance.
Wait, did you say dance?
I've had a little bit too much.
I'll get to why in a second they were
man, I ain't got no words, bro. Hold on, let me hold on with that.
putting themselves on Sneako's platform, because I actually think it's very pivotal to this conversation. But Sneako would let stuff like this happen all the time to him.
This fat piece of shit. Fucking. I call him
Thinking about coconuts donated 5.
Goddamn, turn the fucking speech off. I'm cooking right now.
Yo, what the? Hold on, let me read this tweet, bro. This Nabisco nigga started talking shit when we never said a word to him. Anytime Anus and Reach make a video as this heart disease candidate got something to say. This fat fuck had the nerve to shit on us for womanizing until he got exposed for cheating on his girl after all the simp vids he made. What the fuck, bruh? Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is funny. That he went crazy on this nigga. I'm not gonna
Fuck
lie,
up in
bro.
the chat. I'm cooking right now. This
He called him a Nabisco nigga. I'm not gonna. I hate Myron Gaines. I hate this nigga with a fucking passion. But it's like, I ain't gonna lie, that was funny as fuck,
Nabisco
bro.
nigga, man. Fucking, I call him the Nabisco nigga because all this nigga does is eat cookies. Fat fuck. He looks like a Cookie Monster with
Okay.
fucked up teeth too. This nigga been talking crazy shit. I had to fucking roast his dumb ass.
Damn.
Then I cooked this Somalian pirate ass nigga. Dirty as fuck.
Bro, y'all gotta stop with that Somalian pirate shit, bro. That shit's been debunked so many times, bro. Every time, bro, you giving me PTSD. You got me thinking of Donald Trump, bro. My head's gonna fucking explode, bro. Oh my god, that nigga's so fat. That fucking baby
I like
eater.
Asian. I
Fuck
like
this
Asian.
nigga,
I
man.
gotta be. I
This
like
nigga's
it.
a bum. He's a fucking dirty slob. He's a loser. His girl's mid. He's made a bunch of videos talking shit too.
Bro.
Fuck this nigga as well. He's a fucking
He's more of a man you'll ever be, Myron.
bro. This dude
We get it, bro.
is the type of guy that still eats cereal. Guaranteed this nigga still eats cereal in 2020.
Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with cereal,
Oh,
bro?
cereal.
The cereal. And then on top of that,
What the fuck? That nigga look like he eats cereal. What the fuck?
guaranteed this dude puts his shirt on before he puts on his pants. Or puts on boxers. This nigga, he's the nigga that like
Wait,
when he's getting
what?
dressed, he puts his shirt on first.
But all that we're friends.
Bro, what the fuck, bro?
I don't agree with that sentiment. They're just saying stuff, free speech gimmick. All of that will come crumbling down last month when they played the HH song. I'm not gonna go too deep into detail. I've made 2 videos on it already. But yeah, the Red Pill Avengers
this shit
linked
was
up,
wild,
went to the
bruh.
club, played the song, as we've seen in video now, asked by Myron and Walter once they get to the club. And then once they get back to their respective streams, everybody turned their back on one person. When Sneako went to defend Agent, you would think that the grace would be reciprocated when Sneako needed to be defended in this situation. But we saw Myron stutter on stream because he didn't want to get caught up with none of this nonsense anymore.
Hey, Myron, I'm live right now on a monologue.
Okay, my bad.
What's going on?
No, I'm good. I'm good. If you're live,
These niggas are so pussy. Why did you even... That's how you know these niggas are really not as smart as you think you are. Like, you think you'd be smart to not, you know, play that fucking music, but then you go ahead and do it anyways because you're a fucking
right now,
dumbass.
I'll just hit you.
Did
back.
you see the Tristan tweet? What do you think?
The one you sent me earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw from what you sent. Yeah. I mean,
In real time.
I'll talk. You're on stream, so I'll talk. I could talk.
Defend
to
him
you about
though. In real time finding out.
Well, I mean, they
Well.
talked about it online. What do you think? You don't want to. I mean, it's okay if you don't want to.
it. Yeah. I just wish we kind of handled this.
Well, it's already out there. It's already
Defend him. Defend him.
tweeting his lawyer. They're putting it on me. It's already public. It's like there's not something that you solve privately.
What lawyer?
Ooh.
Fuck.
Let me say to y'all.
Nah, that's crazy,
right
bruh.
now. This is the face of a man who's figuring out that he's about to get snaked. This is the face of a man whose friends turned all against him. And this is the face of a man who realizes that he just royally fucked up.
I mean, again, you know, bro, if it was the other way around, I would tell Tristan the same thing, right? Or if he asked me the same
That boy lying like shit, bruh. Twisted and Tate got way more money than this nigga. I know that for sure.
thing, like, oh, my shit right now, what are your thoughts on this stuff? Like, yo, I don't.
Well past Omar, you're absolutely correct.
And also,
Okay.
let me quickly shout out Myron. Quick Myron glaze. Quick fresh and fit glaze. Myron is like,
Bro. You're not getting a seat at the fucking table. You're mixed. You're a brown skin. These motherfuckers don't mess with you. Yeah, they're self-hating neo-Nazis too, but they're fucking retards.
the one influencer
You don't gotta be like them.
that I'm absolutely certain would
What
never
the
switch
fuck?
on. There's no doubt in my mind he would never switch. And if you think about it, every other one, even though like
What
me
the
and Adam right now
fuck?
got a good thing going, me and Neon good runs. Like Zerka, let's be real, like you got to be like, when's he gonna start raging on Twitter about me? When's Zerka gonna be like, Sneako sold his soul to the Jews? There's always that lingering.
Shit, that might have been true. You might have sold your soul to Netanyahu, bruh. Fuck Netanyahu.
We'll see.
Suck my dick.
Maybe
You fucking dictator.
I'm wrong. But Myron, for example, there's no doubt this nigga's loyal, bro.
I think it's interesting how much bad footage Sneako has out there. But let me say this about Sneako. It's not
Oh,
that
he said that
gets
in the past? Oh, damn, bruh.
switched up on because of who he is inherently. I honestly don't think that these people were ever really aligned with you. They used you for your audience. And I've said this plenty of times before. You are a gateway into a younger demographic that will ultimately
To be honest, though, Sneako is a fake-ass person, though, too, though. Like, that's just...
become an
you know.
older demographic that could then give these guys a bunch of money. These guys never stand with you. In fact, they step back and let you burn. And trust me, if there was another content creator that garnered a young male audience bigger than you,
Is it true that Andrew Tate was, like, defending Epstein or some shit like that? What is up with these... Bro, these niggas got caught. Nah, these niggas compromised. I feel like a lot of these fucking content creators, they're compromised like shit, bro.
that let
There's
them
no way.
infiltrate the place in space, they'd be rocking with those guys harder than you. You just so happen to be the only one who is as impressionable as ever. Now, don't get me wrong, you probably have your own foibles. Nick Fuentes said something about you when y'all did y'all's Miami link up.
You don't think you know what you're doing, really?
I remember this.
You don't think you're egging that on. It's not like I care, but when I see you doing that, I'm like, this guy likes, you know, it likes attacking. You're very thin. You like sending it's not thin skinned. I don't care about troll comments. I care about you not caring about your friends. Well, you put that.
Yo, Sneako, you're not getting a seat at the table, bro. Like, stop it. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Why would you do that to people that have helped you out? Why would you like send people to go and attack people, the same people that are on your side?
You know why? Because you're fair weather friends. That's why.
Hell, the Tate brothers even turned their back on you, gang.
I think Sneako played the song. Yeah. I think Tristan explicitly told me that Sneako played the song.
If Sneako played the song, Sneako played the song. I don't think that any of them are deeply anti-Semitic genuinely. I think they're just kids.
I don't think that's entirely true, but okay.
It's a reaction. They think they're funny. They're on the internet. I really didn't do anything wrong. I understand why some people were offended. I got on a bus. Full-grown men made decisions while I sat on my phone. I then got off the bus and stood in a nightclub while other people played songs while I sat on my phone.
Your brother was like bopping to that, you know, Kanye song though too though. So if your brother like that, what about you? What about you, Andrew? Yeah, fucking cat hair on my Mac. What about you?
I think that that's something that was being highlighted as I watched that 3-hour live stream last night. They go into a bunch of different conversations, but the ones that stuck out were Abba trying to outline the fact that, you know what, Sneako, you got into the Red Pill movement because, you know, you fell victim to the nonsense that they were portraying. But ultimately, these guys don't care for you. At least that's my drawing of it. And even though Sneako has been backstabbed or betrayed by some of these guys, he still finds himself aligning with them. Just last night, as I was watching the live stream, and the conversation was getting good, there were 2 times that kind of stuck out to me. And both of them were when Myron and Aiden hopped into the chat.
By the way, Myron's in the chat. What's up, Myron? He's saying he's talking some smack. But let's see this clip.
That's good for him. I watched you debate Myron on Muslims praying in the square, right? And Myron in that debate had the standard.
He's in the chat right now.
Was that?
He's in the chat right now.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I mean, you always be tuning in, but
for whatever reason, Sneako felt the need to highlight them as if he needed his hand held in this debate. But I agree with what Abba said in the debate. Who cares if Myron is in the chat? Who cares if Aiden is in the chat? Can we just not have a genuine conversation with each other? It's almost like you can't go unless you know that these guys are behind you for some reason. It's a weird relationship.
I don't know, bruh. Nigga might be compromised. You're cooked. And who gives it? Why are you tripping over Aiden Ross, bro? Fuck that nigga Aiden Ross.
Just because last night in that same live stream, apparently Fresh and Fit put out a 3-hour hit piece on Sneako.
Fresh and Fit as an organization and as a brand, besides Myron, they have actively tried to destroy my life and my career. That channel, the Fresh and Fit channel, just posted a 3-hour hit piece on me, lying about everything and saying that something needs to happen to me off stream that's going to be painful that you can't say on stream. It sounds like a threat. It was a threat. Anybody who's saying that is stupid, and I'm just not doing this whole behind the scenes bigger person thing anymore. Fuck that. That's so stupid. I've wanted to do a collab with Abba. I think it's gonna be a good conversation. And their beef is separate. Scenes it because like nobody. That's the thing. Nobody cares about anything they have to say if it's not Myron. So it's these people that associate themselves with him, and yeah, they say like Myron says he's loyal to a fault. He's a good friend, but that means you're at fault. If you show loyalty to everybody, you're loyal to no one. It doesn't show.
Finally, here we go.
Nice.
Nice.
That's what he wants to do. So it is what it is. I've voiced that publicly for a long time that I think Myron should do his own solo stuff. Been saying that for a year.
But Sneako doesn't.
I think Sneako's trying to like distance himself from like them, but it's like it's too late for all that.
Realize that Myron is loyal to the money. All these guys are loyal to the money, and so
yeah, they don't
if
give
the
a
money
fuck about
starts
you.
to shift and tides start to turn, guess who's gonna get their back turned on? It's always you, gang. Overall, I would say that the conversation was a very, very productive one. Not a screaming match, not anything crazily embarrassing.
And that's progress. That's progress. You know what I'm saying? We're cracking the shells. But then
Like
Sneako.
last time Abba did his sit down with Stevie Knight. Boy, that was a hard listen to. And even though if you go back and watch it, you'll see that Sneako concedes in a
Massa, please listen to me, Massa. Charlie Cook, Massa.
different moments in time.
Massa.
Even Abba himself had to acknowledge where he was wrong in a lot of the conversation.
In regards, and I always commend that. We strongly disagree on things, but that's okay. At the end of the day, I want you to do well for your people. I want you to do the right things, and even if it's not the things that I think are right, hopefully you find your way. And I also have to have enough humility to realize like I was wrong about certain things back then too, and I'm still changing. So, listen, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you giving me the chance to kind of ask you these questions and see where your head's at.
It takes a real man to admit when he was wrong and admit growth. That's again.
Yeah, but Myron's a pussy. He doesn't,
That goes back to Malcolm X. He's all about growth. I think that's extremely important.
I thought Abba got lost in the conversation with the whole eating cats and dogs situation and some other points where I thought he could have definitely
that racist ass shit, bruh. They're eating cats and dogs. All the black people in Ohio, Singapore. They're eating cats and dogs. I want myself some baby cock.
better in the conversation and not let it get so derailed. But if there is one takeaway that I have from this whole thing is that Sneako should probably understand that he's not living his life in a way that is very productive or
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you're red pill. I mean, you're already inferior.
Conducive to the growth model that he claims that he's following. At some point in the conversation, Abba highlights that Sneako has some affinity towards Malcolm X. He asks him what he feels Malcolm X's political ideology would be and how he is as a person and what Sneako kind of took from that. But even greater than that, he asked him one specific question. And in this one specific question, it causes Sneako to have to be really, really reflexive over his actions and more specifically, the people that he aligns with.
If Malcolm X existed today, what do you think he would think of you?
That's a good question. I think he would disagree with my alignment with some people. I think he would be critical about the overlap that I have with political figures. I think he would disagree with Nick Fuentes a lot, and he would try to guide people or try to lead. I think he would, be very politically active. I think he'd be very critical of Israel. He was like really, he was spot on about Israel back then, and the manipulation going on in New York City specifically. He's done a lot of speeches about that. he would spend a lot of time talking about
You talking about, you know, Donald Trump and all the freak ass niggas.
Yahoo, criticizing Trump.
Yeah.
For that, and
Yeah.
I think he'd be very critical of the conservative movement, and he would
just abandon that shit. And like, to be conservative, you have to be a sellout. You have to be fucking retarded.
But what he would think of me is like that. Yeah, he'd definitely point out some of the allies I keep and say that that's imperfect.
And I don't want to get crazy sentimental here, but I think it's actually very important that Sneako kind of reflects on this specific portion a lot. He goes on to say things about how it's important to have conversations with people that you disagree with as a means to try to sway them and, you know, see other sides and not be so one-sided and all these things. And while I do believe that's important, I think that we take that and then we just run with that narrative and we run with that leash. Having conversations to understand the enemy doesn't mean going to clubs with the enemy. Keeping your enemy close doesn't mean partying with them, letting them go on these.
You can't associate you with people who don't online, or if you like, that's like being friends with someone who's like me being friends with someone who's like a white supremacist or some shit like that. I'm going against my own like identity at that point. It just doesn't make sense.
Tirades about things that you don't agree with as you just sit there with your mouth shut. It doesn't.
Yeah, like you just sitting there like a little cock. You let Myron mog you. How do you feel about that? Hey, Sneako got mogged by Myron.
Being so closely aligned with them that people can't separate you from them. We've seen situations where people disagree fundamentally, have connected with each other. But the difference is,
I'm sorry, yeah, I'm tired, bro.
We can clearly tell based off of their actions that they do disagree. They might be linking up for whatever reason, but when you can't tell if they are on the same page as one another, then that's a clear indication that something is probably wrong with the alignment. And especially when you sprinkle on the fact that these guys disrespect Sneako on a routine basis behind his back, you should be able to say as somebody in that situation, hey, these guys don't fuck with me and I probably shouldn't be as closely aligned with them as possible. Sure, you can have your debate streams or whatever one-offs, but that doesn't mean that you have to go hang with the whores with these guys. I would think that as I navigated my life and I've identified somebody that is a clear role model to me, that I wouldn't be doing things that, you know, they would.
I mean, Malcolm X is like a really good role model. I mean, he just dug himself his own grave, bro. Like, there's not really a way he can come back from this. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see it, you know. But I mean, what do y'all think about this situation? I've been, you know, I personally would not align myself with someone like Myron or Sneako or any of them, because I mean, they just go. I mean, what do you? I mean, they're you know, racist, or they're grifter, they're loyal to the money. Like, you just can't trust people who are just, you know, who are like that in general. You know what I mean? But I hope you have a good breakfast, good night, good night, you know what I'm saying, a good morning, a good night, a good evening. I love y'all, man. Peace.